everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is lecture 6 of chapter Structure of Chromosomes, Cell Cycle and Cell Division. And today we are going to do difference between mitosis in animal and plant cells. Okay. Next we will study about the significance of mitosis and meiosis. So, significance of mitosis and meiosis. And in the end we will study the difference between mitosis and meiosis. So, difference between mitosis and meiosis. Okay. I will also discuss how to deal with the exam of year. So stay tuned and let's begin. Let's see the difference between mitosis in animal cell and mitosis in plant cell. So let's begin. The mitosis in animal cells were occurring with the help of centrosomes, which were containing two centrioles and that were responsible for spindle fiber formation. Okay. So in animal cell, centrosomes containing two centrioles present. Okay. While they were absent in case of plant cells. Do you remember this point? So centrosomes absent. Okay. I am drawing the diagram. Suppose this is our animal cell. This was our centrosome containing two centrioles. Okay. And these were the aster rays. And from here the spindle fibers were formed. In case of plant cells, the spindle fibers were formed, but they were not formed with the help of centrosomes. These spindle fibers in case of plants are formed due to microtubules which are present in plant cell. So this is the first difference between plants and animals. Now, second difference is we can see aster rays are present in case of animals and they are absent in case of plant. So, aster present and here asters absent. Okay. Now, let's see the third difference. So, for mitosis in animal cells, cytokinesis was occurring with the help of furrow formation, while in case of plants, cell plate was being formed for cytokinesis. So let's write it. Cytokinesis by furrow formation, and here cytokinesis by cell plate formation. What was cytokinesis? Cytokinesis was division of cytoplasm. So in case of animals, this furrow was formed. This is the furrow, okay? This furrow was formed which was dividing the cells. And in case of plants, in the center, this cell plate was formed which was dividing the cell. Okay. Now let's see the fourth difference. This mitosis in animal cells, it occurs throughout the body. Okay. So it occurs throughout the body. Body in the somatic cells or the body cells. While in case of plant, this mitosis occurs mainly at the tips and the sides tips of the plant. I will explain this point. So it occurs mainly at the tips and sides of the plant. Okay, see, suppose this is the plant, okay, and this is the tip of the stem and this is the tip of the root. So for growing of the stem, here the tip cell divides so that this stem may elongate. Similarly, here the tip of the root, it divides so this root can elongate further. Okay, and to increase the width of the plant, this. Here the side cells divide like this and the width of the plant is increased. Okay, I hope the differences are clear. Now let's move to the next topic, significance of mitosis. So first significance is growth. What is growth? Growth is increase in body size. So the body size is increasing because of increase in cells, and that increase in cells is occurring due to mitosis. Next is repair. So repair of the damaged and wounded cells. Of damaged and wounded cells. Okay. The cells which are constantly damaged are being replaced by the help of mitosis. Okay. Now next is replacement. So replacement is occurring of the old and dead cells. Okay. Suppose this is our red blood cells. Okay. It has a lifespan of 120 days. So this will die and new red blood cells will be formed. Okay. So repair of the old and dead cells. The cells which are also dead, they are also replaced by new cells with the help of mitosis. Okay. Fourth significance is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction in amoeba and yeast cells. See how it happens. This is our amoeba cell. Okay, it is its nucleus. This amoeba, because of mitosis, it grows like this. Okay, and from here it divides into two amoeba cells like this. Okay, now in case of yeast cell, suppose this is our yeast cell. Okay, this is our yeast cell, this is its nucleus. So over time, due to mitosis, a small bud is formed. This small bud is an outgrowth in the parent yeast cell. This is the parent yeast cell. So its nucleus also, it divides, okay, like this. And this half nucleus, it is transferred to this bud. So over time, what happens? It is like this now. Now this small bud, it will detach from this parent cell and form a new yeast cell. So this is the original, and this new bud, it will enlarge and form a new yeast cell. Okay. Now let's see the fifth significance. Maintains same chromosome number in the daughter cells. See, suppose this is our parent cell, okay, and it has 46 chromosomes. Which is also known as 2n or diploid. So this parent cell after mitosis produces two daughter cells. Okay, these two daughter cells, these are two daughter cells. And they have exactly the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell. So they have 46 chromosomes, means 2n number of chromosomes. Our point also says the same thing, that it maintains same chromosome number in the daughter cells. Okay, now let's see the significance of meiosis. First significance is chromosome number is halved in the gametes so that on fertilization the normal number to n is restored. Let's understand these points. Okay, suppose this is the parent cell. Okay, and it has 2n number of chromosomes. Okay, here the parent cell is testes in case of males and ovaries in case of females. So this parent cell after meiosis will form four daughter cells. Okay, how they form four daughter cells is not within the scope of your syllabus. So just remember that after meiosis, four daughter cells are formed. Okay, and these daughter cells are actually the gametes which are formed. So in case of males, the testes form sperms. So these daughter cells are sperms in case of male, in case of human males, and these gametes are these are egg in case of female, human female. So these are egg or ova in case of females. Okay, and these four are the gametes, which may be sperm or egg. Now, so the parent has 2n number of chromosomes, means 46 chromosomes. Now after meiosis, this 2n number is halved. So now each gametes will have just n number of chromosomes, means 23. Each will have 23 chromosomes. Okay, so this point is clear that chromosome number is halved in the gametes. These are the gametes and the chromosome number is halved, so that on fertilization the normal number 2n is restored. Let's understand this point. See, this is the egg of the female. Okay, this is the egg which is produced by the female body through ovary. So this is the egg of the female. Okay, and the sperm, this is the sperm of the male. Okay, which is produced due to meiosis occurring in human body of males. Okay, and these two fuse. This is the sperm. Now these two fuse, that is leading to fertilization. Okay, and a zygote is formed in case of the female body. Okay, so this egg has n number of chromosomes, means 23. The sperm also has 23 chromosomes. Now this 23 and this 23 will combine and form 46 chromosomes. See, on fertilization the normal number 2n is restored. So here we can understood this point, that this 23 it combined and the normal number 2n, which is 46 chromosome, is restored. Okay, now let's see the second significance of meiosis. Second significance is crossing over. This crossing over results in genetic recombination. Let's first understand what is actually crossing over. So, crossing over is exchange of genetic material between non-sister chromatids of a homologous chromosomes. Let's understand these points first, okay? So, it is exchange of genetic material between non-sister chromatids of a homologous chromosome. So, let's understand this term non-sister chromatids and homologous chromosome. See, in case of our body, we as a children, we have half chromosomes from our mother, that is known as maternal chromosomes, and half chromosomes from our father, that is known as paternal chromosomes. I am drawing. This is the maternal chromosome. Okay. And this is the paternal chromosome. This has come from our mother and this has come from our father. And these two chromosomes are exactly similar in shape and size. That's why they are known as homologous chromosomes. Okay. So I hope the word is clear. Homologous means exactly of same shape and size. Okay. Now, let's see what this word non-sister chromatid means. Okay. Suppose I am drawing a chromosome. Okay. These are known as sister chromatid. This is one chromatid, this is second chromatid, and the chromatids which are present on the same chromosome, chromatids of the same chromosome are known as sister chromatids. But now see, if we are addressing the chromatids of different chromosome, means chromatid of this chromosome and chromatid of this chromosome. Okay. So these are the chromatids of different chromosomes. So they will be known as non-sister chromatids. So they are non-sister chromatid. Okay, I hope it is clear. The chromatids of the same chromosome are called sister chromatids, and the chromatids of different chromosomes are known as non-sister chromatids. Okay, now. So now let's understand the complete sentence. Exchange of genetic material. So what happens? Okay, before meiosis happening in case of our body, to produce egg in case of females and produce sperm in case of males, what happens? This maternal and paternal chromosome, they come close to each other and they exchange their genetic material. Let's see how. This is the maternal. This is the paternal chromosome. So here, this point. Here they are exchanging their genetic material. What does this genetic material means? Genetic material, they contain genes for the exchange of certain characters. Means it may be genes for your hair color, your eye color, your height. So it may be any gene. So here this genetic material will be exchanged. So now how they will look? Now they will look like this. Now the genetic material has exchanged between the both chromosomes. Now here this S-shaped structure is called as chiasma. This is X-shaped structure. Okay, I will be giving the definition of this also. Now let's understand again. Exchange of genetic material between non-sister chromatids of a homologous chromosome. So here the exchange of genetic material is happening between non-sister chromatids, one chromatid of the mother and another chromatid of the father, okay, of a homologous chromosome. These two chromosomes are known as homologous because they are exactly of similar shape and size, okay. So this whole thing is known as crossing over. Now this egg-shaped structure which is formed due to crossing over is known as chiasma. So let's write the definition of this chiasma. I am erasing this. So what is chiasma? The point of attachment between non-sister chromatids of a homologous chromosome formed during meiosis. Is called chiasma. So it is actually the point of attachment between the two non-sister chromatids. So point of attachment between the two non-sister chromatids of a homologous chromosome. See, these are the homologous chromosome and this is the point of attachment between the non-sister chromatids formed during meiosis. It is happening during the meiosis to form the gametes later on. Okay. I hope the significance of meiosis is very clear. Now let's see the differences between mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis, it occurs in the somatic or body cells, okay, whereas meiosis, it occurs in the reproductive cells which are testes in human males and ovaries in human females. So it occurs in reproductive cells. Now second difference is in mitosis two daughter cells are formed. So two daughter cells form. Whereas in meiosis four daughter cells are formed. Four daughter cells. Now third difference. This mitosis, it occurs generally for growth and replacement, okay, of cells. So it is for growth and replacement, okay, and this meiosis, it occurs for the formation of gametes. So it occurs to form gametes. So for formation of gametes like sperms and egg. Now fourth difference is in mitosis the complete set of chromosome is passed on to the daughter cells. So whole set of chromosome is passed on to daughter cells, whereas in case of meiosis half of the chromosome number is passed on to the daughter cells. Okay, we studied that in the significance of meiosis. So here half of the chromosome chromosome number is passed. Now the fifth difference. This mitosis, it occurs throughout the life for the growth and development of new tissues and cells. Okay, so it occurs throughout life, whereas meiosis occurs only in the reproductive active stage. So occurs in reproductive active stage. As long as the body is able to produce egg and spawns, this meiosis happens. Okay, so this was all about the differences between mitosis and meiosis. Okay, now let's end this lecture. Let's talk about fear of exam. We all have experienced this fear of exam at some or the other point of life. Okay, and because of this fear, we were not able to perform our best. I myself have also experienced this fear, and because of this fear, I wasn't able to perform good for my exam even I have ample of time. So how I find it solution to this problem? I took a paper, okay, and on that paper I wrote all the negative things that were creating fear in me, be it related to the subject's fear, related to the expectations, or related to anything. I wrote all those negative things, and on the other side I wrote the positive things, positive and the opposite of what I wrote initially. So I wrote, what if I could clear the exam? What if I'm able to study peacefully? What if I'm able to concentrate on my exam? So I wrote so many positive things. And what I did, I repeated all these positive things for months and months. And slowly what happened, my mind was able to adopt these positive things. Okay, and as a result, I was able to perform good in my exam. So you may also try this thing. It will really help you. Just give it a try and take care of yourself, and see you in the next lecture.